Hi guys, I hope you're all well. It's currently Sunday the 17th of January 2021 and welcome to week 262 of my weight loss journey. In last week's video we all saw I managed to lose the first little bit of the weight that I gained over Christmas by seeing a loss of 2.2 pounds, which is 1 kilogram, which in turn saw my body mass index go from 48.7 down to 48.4. I'm going to start the proceedings off by reviewing my calorie consumption for the past week, which you can see in the graph above. The average of this was 2,492 compared to the previous week at 2,420. This has increased from the previous week. It's within my 2,500 calorie allowance, which is ultimately a great result. And there's my usual days where I give myself a little bit extra, and that's a Saturday and Sunday where I allow myself 2,700 calories on those days. I was within it on Sunday. However, yesterday on Saturday I had 3,800 calories, something like that, but thankfully it's all averaged out to be within my ultimate 2,500 calorie average allowance for the week. My fluid consumption has decreased from the previous week to 3,539 millilitres, but it's still within my 3,500 millilitres that I like to achieve as an average overall for the week. So that's a good result. Now, my activity for the past week in the form of my step count can be seen in the graph above. The average of this was 6,961 compared to the previous week at 10,114. Now, I know I said last week I wanted to do better than 10,114, but there were a couple of things out of my control what happened this past week. And it all started on Thursday, where the city where I live, Sheffield, in the county, Yorkshire, got a bit of a heavy snowfall. Now, to put it into some kind of context, years ago when I was a small kid, we used to get a decent snowfall. I mean, a decent, one occasion we had a couple of feet of snow. Now, when we talk about a decent snowfall, we're talking maybe 1 or 2 inches. And that's basically what happened on Thursday. We had just over an inch of snowfall throughout the entire day, and some bits of it was melting, went into that slushy, slippery stuff. Tried to have a walk down my street and I was sliding all over the place. And I thought I want to keep my neck intact, so I decided not to bother with the rest of the walk. Now, unfortunately, on Thursday night, the temperatures in the UK went into minus temperatures. So all that snow that fell on Thursday froze during the night. And as a result, all the footpaths, pavements were completely iced over. And it was pretty impossible to do any form of safe walking on Friday as well. The only walking that I did was the trip that I did to the supermarket to do my weekly food shopping. So those basically are where all the steps came on Friday. So those 2 days without doing my 10,000 or more steps has impacted my overall result for the week, and hence why I've seen a shortfall. It's that time of the week where we all get to see if I've managed to lose any more weight. So here it is, guys. Here's my weigh-in. I weigh 163.4 kilograms, which is 360.2 pounds, or 25 stone 10.2 pounds. This means in the last week I've seen a loss of 4.8 pounds or 2.2 kilograms, which is a great result. Now, normally I would compare my Slimming World result, but just like last week, the Slimming World meetings are not taking place due to the more severe lockdown we're all facing in the UK due to this new strain of the coronavirus. So, as a result, the Slimming World weigh-ins, you can't get weighed at Slimming World, so I'm going to have to continue to show this result as a maintained result. Ultimately, I'm very happy with this home weighing result, and it now means I've got 61.1% of the weight I gained at Christmas still left to lose, which is basically 10.7 pounds or 4.9 kilograms. So that's how much weight I've got left to lose of the weight I gained just a few weeks ago. Based on this week's weight loss, it sees my body mass index go from 48.4 down to 47.7. And for my third weight loss target, last week it was 51.7% complete, and after the loss it goes up to 58.6% complete. So in the 262 weeks that I've been doing this weight loss journey, I've lost a total of 181 pounds, which is 82.1 kilograms, or 12 stone 13 pounds. Next week, it would be lovely to see another weight loss result of what I've seen this past week. Another 4 to 5 pounds would be fantastic. My stats though, maybe improve my calorie consumption, just reduce that slightly. I know it's within target, but it's very close to the limit, and I'd just like to nudge it just a bit more underneath that. My fluid consumption, again, even though that's above target, it's close to the limit. I would just like to nudge that up a little bit more. And obviously the main stat which kind of didn't hit target this past week was my step count, my activity. Now, weather pending, hopefully I will be able to fit in as much walking as possible this coming week. But looking at the forecast coming forward at this moment in time, it's looking like, again, from around Wednesday, Thursday next week into Friday and maybe Saturday, we're potentially going to get some more snowfall. So I'm hoping the weather forecast changes a little bit and we don't actually get hit by that snowfall, because I would really like to be able to fit in all of the walking that I would like to do in a week. We'll have to just wait and see how that happens. But like I say, hopefully a decent weight loss this coming week, and so I can get rid of a bit more of that Christmas weight gain. But other than that, guys, that's it. That's the end of this week's video. As always, if you'd like to continue following me along my weight loss journey and hopefully get to see much less of me in the future, by all means subscribe to my channel so you don't get to miss out on any future videos that I post. I wish you all a fantastic week. Stay safe, look after one another, and I'll see you all again next Sunday.